Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. With Nick continuing to herein, Ridge and Taylor smooch and celebrate their rearmost engagement. Taylor insists she's a ultramodern woman going after what she wants. They head back to Eric's place to continue the festivity, with Taylor wondering if she should have asked Ridge's pater for his hand. After all, Eric has always, and not so intimately, been #Team Brooke. But eventually, she knows that this is their time. She can't stay to tell Steffi and Thomas. Perhaps one day you can tell the grandchildren how you took me to a less-than-average Italian eatery and ambuscaded me with an offer, he suggests. Taylor knows Phoebe would be thrilled for them too. Taylor looks at the ring now forcefully planted on her cutlet and says that after everything they've been through, it's eventually their time to be happy. Brooke promises Hope that she'll try and talk Ridge into rejuvenating hope for the future. Her son suggests playfully that this is just her mama's way of chancing a new reason to talk to Ridge and revitalize her relationship with Ridge. Hope suggests her mama belongs better, egging her to confess that someone differently lately told her that Nick. Hope prodigies if sparks flew again between Nick and her mama. Perhaps Nick is exactly what you need right now, Hope suggests, with her mama admitting that Nick made her feel special and got her to laugh. But my heart is still with Ridge, and he's my fortune, she says, averring he'll come back to her. At that moment, Nick enters, bringing a big smile to Hope's face as she suggests he might be the cure for what ails her mama. Hope defenses herself, leaving Nick and Brooke to talk. He has commodity he needs to tell her. She assumes it has commodity to do with business, wondering if maybe he's thinking of copying a fashion house. While that's not the case, he does say that what he knows will prove fascinating to the assiduity. Ultimately, he tells his partner that he saw her partner with his partner, meaning Ridge and Taylor. Big hoot, says Brooke, only to have Nick hit her with the fact that he heard Taylor propose to Ridge. Still not relatively connecting the blotches, Brooke easily assumes her fortune rejected the offer, only to be stunned when Nick reveals that Ridge is now an engaged man. Electra struggles as she, Steffi, Finn and Baker watch while ply Luna with kisses and respects. Yes, Baker says, the situation is dangerous, but there are Bobbies standing by in case effects go south. And Electra knows that what Will's doing is important, he's trying to save all of us. As Luna tries turning up the heat, Will suggests they slow effects down, saying he's not just there for coitus. I really believe we could be commodity more, he says, adding that he's there for her and ready to hear. He's not there to judge her. She begins telling the same old sob story about her mama chasing men and parties, dragging her around the country. She wanted a father to love and cover her and, upon chancing out about Finn, a huge hole in her heart was filled. Chancing him was a phenomenon, and it was my biggest dream come true, she elaborates. But that dream keeps getting crushed over and over by that whine Steffi. Steffi recoils as she and the others watch the videotape feed. Do and I earn everything that Steffi's been passing her whole life, whines Luna. I've zero intention of leaving still. What, I'm going to just vanish so they can act like I no way was? No, Will, I've a plan. A plan to make sure Steffi's no way a problem for me ever again. That's it, declares Finn. We got her. That's intent to harm. But is it really enough? The drama of what they've written is that everybody knows that Eric is dying and everybody also knows that he didn't win the fashion show competition. Begins Eric doesn't know that they know, so we're watching all of these characters cover or hide their true passions when they talk to Eric. When they see him, they're trying not to let him see what they're feeling. And that puts a feeling into the party that wouldn't be there typically. I suppose it's really awful to watch, I suppose it's really challenging for all the actors to play, and it made for awful openings for all of us. Eric takes the occasion at this party to speak to everybody. He wants each person to know how important they mean to him, and he goes around the party making sure that he's suitable to talk one-on-one with each person there. This was an occasion for the pens of our show to have these moments and these scenes and these little sketches of Eric coming up to each person expressing how much he loves them, and at the same time, Eric's trying not to say, I'm doing this because I'm dying. I appreciate you and that's why I wanted to have this party, to celebrate our family and what we all mean to each other. And nothing's buying it. I mean, everybody knows the real verity of the matter. Eric's speech to Ridge marks a critical turning point in the story, leading to what McCook calls an amazing moment. He elaborates, when he turns around to Ridge at this party and speaks to him and about him, he respects him as a developer, but he says, "You're an awful developer, but not good enough to beat me." He says, "I still won the fashion challenge and I'm really proud of that. I really wanted that." But as he goes on, Eric makes a huge disclosure, hints Eric there's a surprise in how he reacts to it, and it just may be too important for him. When Steffi discovered she was pregnant, she wasn't sure if the father of her baby was Swain Finn or her ex-husband Liam, with whom she'd had an ill-advised one-night stage. Thankfully, a maternity test proved the Finn was the baby daddy, and he snappily proposed to Steffi to make their family functionary. After delivering their son in a home birth, Steffi chose the name Hayes, after her mama, Taylor. Hayes' parents were eventually married, but that's when Finn's birth mama, Sheila Carter, resurfaced wanting to be a part of her son's life and her new grandson's. Steffi naturally wanted her to stay as far down from Hayes as possible and flipped out when she came home to find the villainess holding her baby boy in her arms. Although Steffi was suitable to keep Sheila down for a while, when she discovered that Finn had been talking to her intimately and easily didn't consider his mama as dangerous as she did, she took action. Finn claimed he'd cut Sheila out fully, but unfit to trust him, Steffi took Hayes and Kelly down to Europe for their own safety. Hayes and Kelly came home to their pleased father in November when Steffi decided to return. Hayes was thrilled to be back with his pater. But Sheila is still out there nearly, so be careful. After learning that Eric is dying, Ridge tries to make his father's life a little easier. Ridge told Eric he won the fashion showdown because he realizes that his father demanded this, explains Ridge he's in no way trying to be patronizing, and if Eric were to ever find out, I'd hope he see the love behind it. Ridge just allowed. It was the right thing to do. Despite his inviting desire to defy Eric head on about his terminal illness, Ridge takes a different method. He says nothing, reports the actor. He's recognizing what his father wants. However, people should recognize that, if he's sick and he doesn't want people to know about it. That's what everyone is trying to do with Eric, not just Ridge. Of course, just about everybody finds out and the only person who doesn't know that's Eric. Without Eric's knowledge, Ridge and Brooke accompany Donna to see Eric's croaker. To demand answers, but they come down empty-handed. It's veritably frustrating, points out Kay. There are so numerous unanswered questions. Ridge thinks there has got to be other croakers. Better croakers. Other effects that they can do. That's the thing about money. However, you suppose there's always a way to fix the problem, if you have a lot of plutocrat like the Forresters do. However, it'll go down, if you throw enough plutocrat at it. Still, I suppose Ridge will learn the hard way that this isn't the case in this particular case. Ridge aims to keep Eric in good spirits, so he takes on a new design at Forrester Creations. It's the contrary of creating a new office, teases Kay. It's creating an old office. Ridge puts all of Eric's awards and accolades on display again. He's putting everything back the way Eric had it, and Eric is taking a more active part in the company. Ridge realizes that Eric's woeful double bind has a profound effect on his relationship with his father. This changes everything, because now there's a time limit on their relationship, acknowledges Kay. Ridge is determined that their relationship isn't going to be defined by any kind of secrets. It'll be defined by the love that they've for each other. We'll see where this all goes, but I can tell you, this is going to be a rough bone.